Hello guys and welcome to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to cook some of the tastiest chicken thighs you'll ever eat on a Blackstone Griddle. So stick around, let's see how this turns out. Well, I strolled right on down to our HEB here, went to the meat market, and I picked me up some of these old chicken leg meat, boneless, skinless. Now they got it labeled as that, but it's chicken thighs. And it is probably a few leg pieces in there as well. So let's see what this old Blackstone's gonna do with these this boneless meat here. Last time I cooked some, it turned out pretty good, so stick around, let's see how it turns out. Well, I've even decided that I'm gonna throw some of these old red potatoes in there. I'm gonna slice them up, put them on that old griddle, and see how they cook out, how they fry out on that griddle while I got that chicken cooking at the same time. So stick around. We're gonna have fried potatoes and we're gonna have chicken thighs. Well, we're gonna dice these up a little bit, some smaller slices, just like you see what we're gonna do right here. Don't want them too thick. They may not fry up that good on that old griddle, but who knows, we're gonna see. You know, something like that right there ought to be just right to fry up on that old griddle. Now today, what we're gonna season these old potatoes up with is several of my favorite spices that I really like. And there's only a couple of them, because I like a lot of different spices, period. But we're definitely gonna use what you see right here, Salt Lick dry rub with garlic. And probably one of my all-time favorites right there is the Crawford's. Now this is the pork and poultry Alamo dust. You can get this at ProPitsBarbecueSupplyStore.com in Edinburgh, Texas. Buy it online, they ship it right to your door. They've got many other spices like Wow Seasoning by Arnitex out there. And they've got plenty others to choose from. And last but not least, we definitely gonna have some salt on them. Let's season these boogers right up. All right, we're gonna put you just about that much salt in there. I like mine a little salty, as you probably can tell. And then we're gonna put this old Salt Lick. Now Salt Lick got some heat to it, so if you can't stand heat, you may not want to get crazy with something like that. And you know, you can also add a little bit of oil in there, which I usually add at the end and shake it all around, and makes it stick to it a little bit better. Now this is the Crawford's. Now remember, Crawford's got a little bit of salt in it. But yeah, we'll flip them around like so. Get them coated just like you see there. You can either use oil or you can use spray butter. Now I'm gonna spray them down with a little butter, like you see yonder. If you will, toss them again. That'll make them crisp up pretty quick as soon as you put them on that old griddle. But that's what you want. You know, if you want them a little heavier, and I think I do in this case, I'll sprinkle me a little bit more of that right there. Now, Arnitex out there got some pretty good videos, guys. Y'all need to tune in to him. And he's got a couple of his own seasonings out there. I think it's pitmasterus.com or something like that. But he got a Wow seasoning that a lot of people really like. It's a general all-purpose rub that you use just about on anything. Now, if you want to add some color to that, you can also put your smoked paprika on there. Or you could put you some pepper on there too if you want. But that's not gonna be my taste today. So we got the fries ready. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break out the old chicken. And we're gonna put that on the cutting board and we're gonna start seasoning that up or letting it thaw out to room temperature. You don't wanna start cooking this while it's cold. I don't like it cold. It doesn't cook as well. I like to bring it to room temperature, and then I'll go ahead and start seasoning it as well. But let's make a marinade that we're gonna put it in and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes before we start cooking it. I bet you wondered, if you haven't seen them already, what in the world this stuff is right here, right? This is something I really enjoy eating often. This is called mini naan. And you know, I was at 200, no. This is not one of them videos promotes weight loss. We here to eat and get jolly and fat. But anyhow, this is mini naan bread. I picked this up at Costco. I started eating about 3 weeks ago, and I'll tell you what, that's some pretty good stuff. Throw it in a toaster or make your tacos out of it, whatever you want. But you need to try this stone burned or something like that, made in Austin, Texas. It is some of the best bread I ever had in my life, but you'll see what I'm gonna do with that later on. And then we got us 3 of these corn tortillas. We're gonna toast them, and we're gonna toast this on the Blackstone Griddle at the end so we can eat our chicken in style. Now you're gonna need another lime, the marinade. You're gonna need you a little bit of garlic right there. Minced garlic, you can use whole garlic, and some soy sauce. Chicken just ain't chicken without soy sauce. And then of course you're gonna need smoked paprika. I'll get to that later. Get your garlic, shove that down inside there. You know what, let me grab a spoon real quick. Got one right here. Here we go. Get a little bit of that garlic down in there. Get that mixed up. Add your soy sauce to the pot. Right here's the pot. Anyhow, we got the garlic in here. We got the soy sauce in here. Now you're gonna take you a lime. Woo! That's a juicy one right there. Squeeze that juice right in there. Get as much of it out of there as you can. Squeeze it with all your might. You know, we're here in South Texas. We like lemon and lime. We eat that stuff on just about everything. But it also helps change the flavor profile of the meat. Lick my fingers and that stuff is woo, pretty stout. Now at this point, we're gonna start throwing in the chicken. You know, you got these big old chunks like this right here. I might want to cut them down into smaller pieces because we're gonna put them on that Blackstone and it's easier to cook them. It'll be a little messy, but ain't nothing we can't clean up. Let's put them on a cutting board right here and chop them up. You know, you may want to take some of that fat off of there. I don't like to take that fat off of there. I think it gives it really good flavor and it kind of protects the meat when you're cooking it. All right, we got it set in the bowl. We got it marinate. We're gonna let it set for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, we'll start getting that old Blackstone Griddle fired up. Get our seasonings set over here to the side. Get them ready to season these old chicken pieces up. And then we'll start cooking the potatoes first and then we'll hit it with the chicken last. All right, we've given it about 15 to 18 minutes to marinate and the chicken and the juices into the chicken. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do just this. We're gonna start by adding a little salt in there. Oh, you asked me how much? Oh, about that much. If you like it salty, you could always add more. Now we are gonna be putting some smoked paprika on there. Not much, because I like that red color. Just sprinkle about that much, you know. That's probably like a half a teaspoon, because we don't have a lot of chicken in there. The star of the show right now, the Crawfords. This really what gives it good flavor, folks. You just got to try that Crawfords. Then a little bit of salt lick, the dry rub garlic flavor. You don't want much of that. That stuff's pretty hot. And if you like pepper like I do, it's gonna put you just about that much pepper. That's all you need. Now then you're gonna give that a good old stirring, just like you see me doing right there. And let it set for another 5 to 10 minutes. Now we're gonna let that set about another 5 minutes. Look at that color on that. Can you imagine what it's gonna taste like? If only you could taste with your eyeballs, right? All right, let's get the old griddle fired up and let's make it happen. Okay guys, unless you're a pro and I'm not no pro, you may want to get you one of these 6-shooters right here. John Wayne used back in the early days. Yeah, I bet he did, right? He used a 6-shooter, but it wasn't one like this. Anyhow, this will help you determine how hot that griddle is. You know, you just shoot and point and shoot, shoot and point and shoot, and then you can do the dance while you're doing it, okay? This will help you set the temperature of that griddle. Now we're gonna be using what they call canola oil. Now you can use peanut oil, vegetable oil, any kind of oil you want. I got me a little squeeze bottle here, and I just kind of coat it up a little bit while it's getting hot. And I'll take me a piece of paper towel, just regular old paper towel, and just kind of rub it around, coat it real evenly. Woohoo! Ooh, it's getting warm there, boys. Getting warm there, boys. There we go. Now we're gonna start these taters on the left side. Ooh, would you look at that now? That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna grill us some taters. Oh yeah. Then I'll set there for just a little bit. Then you start flipping them over and try to brown them up on the other side. If you want to make them crispier, get that spray butter and just spray it on top of them. And I'm going to turn this other side off right now, or down a little bit, because I don't want a lot of heat on this side. Now I'm going to shoot it again with my temperature gun, my 6-shooter. Okay, that's 396 on that side. They start sticking like you see right there. Just slide them to the side. Shoot you a little bit more of that grease on there. Cooking oil. Keep turning them, pretty often. That way you kind of get an even cook on them. The thinner they are, the easier they will be to cook. Now we got these almost where we want them, so we're just going to slide these off to the side a little bit. It'll be a little bit cooler over there because they're getting soft, and it's not going to take much more time to cook them. So now we're going to put a little more oil over here, and then we're going to start laying those old chicken on top of their necks and start grilling it up. And look at that. That's the way we want it to sizzle a little bit. Want that old grill pretty warm. That looks good, don't it? Now, if you feel like it's cooking a little bit too hot, you can always just turn that old griddle down a little bit there. I think we're pretty close right now. And if you got any juice left, just kind of throw it across there just like that. Let it steam it up. Kind of stick them around a little bit like that so that they don't actually stick to the griddle. And if you feel like they're sticking, move it around, shoot you a little more oil on that old Blackstone. It'll make you some mighty fine chicken. It don't take no rocket scientist to cook on a Blackstone griddle. You just need a little basic knowledge. A few YouTube videos and you can master this technique just as well. Now let's continue cooking. See how it's starting to dry out? That old chicken might start sticking. That's supposed to rhyme, right? That old chicken might start sticking. You gotta flip it over. I never was much of a thigh eater. I've been always a breast man. Uh-oh, that's supposed to be a joke. No. Now, I can see I'm starting to get some heavy smoke. So I'm gonna put me a little more oil on this one side. I'm gonna move these over. And I'm gonna put me a little bit more oil over there. Let it start heating up good, and then I can move that chicken right back over to that side. The potatoes, they just about done, guys. Them are gonna be the tastiest taters you ever ate in your life. That's the hottest part. If you wanna start finishing the meat, slowly cooking, they either turn the heat down, or, which is what I'm gonna do, just a little bit, or move it to the sides of the pit. Oh, let me get the other tool here. Cooper. Don't them look good? I love them old fried taters. Now what I done is I took an old bowl with a paper towel on the bottom of it, put them fries in there. Now we're back to messing with the chicken. Now while that chicken is still cooking, let me show you what I'm gonna do with the other stuff I was telling you about. We're gonna put us a little more oil on down here like that. Heat that oil back up some more. Now the naan, we're just gonna hit it with a little bit of butter. That's all we're gonna do. Man, guys, I'll tell you, you ain't ever tried mini naan bread. Woo! This stuff will knock your socks off. And it'll help you lose a little bit of weight, believe it or not. I was 241, I'm down to 232 right now. Just by eating this, taking away white bread. Put it on there. Now you see what we got going on now, guys. Woo! Flip this over every so often there. Okay guys, now the temperature you're trying to achieve in this chicken is 165. It is there, that one's done. So if that big piece is done, then all these other ones should be done as well. Okay, now the moment has come. Let's taste this stuff and see what it tastes like. Let's see if it meets your expectations with your eyeballs. I've seen it, I know what it's gonna taste like because I've cooked it before. Let me show it to you guys, see if you like it. If you do, remember, thumbs up, like, subscribe for future videos. Ooh, would you look at that. Tender, juicy, and still smoking hot. Let's grab another piece out of here. Let's grab a smaller piece here and see how that turned out. We got this one here. Look at that, just falls apart. That is so good right there. One more before we do the taste test. Here's another little small piece right here. Let's cut it right down the middle. Now that's a little drier than that piece right there. But guys, look at that, would you? And then, look at that. Now let's put these on a taco and see what they taste like. So, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get us a little avocado. We're gonna spread it on that one. That's a regular corn tortilla. Then we're gonna get us a little avocado. We're gonna put it on the naan bread, the mini naan. Now you look at that, would you? That just looks so good. We got that Mexican bread, corn tortilla. Now then, let's put us a chunk of meat on there. Now this is the real tender one. That one's real tender. Put that one there. Now I'm gonna put this one in my mouth. Ooh, boy, 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 don't that taste good. Forgive the bad manners, but I like eating with my fingers. And then we're gonna stir up this old salsa here. It don't look real hot, don't look like it got a lot of peppers in it. We're gonna put a little bit of that on top of there, just like so. Isn't that color beautiful? Put just a little more on there. Not sure if I'll be able to get that in my mouth when I show you, just here shortly. But that's what we're going to eat right there, guys. One thing that I did fail to mention, I got some leftover lime. I'm gonna put a little squeeze of that right on top of them tacos. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Just stay with me. All right, guys, you seen what I just did, right? I just licked my fingers. There you go, right there. That is the corn tortilla. And it is ever so good. Oh yeah, now it's time to taste them. We got the corn one right here. Guys, you don't know how good this is. You gotta try that. Now we got the naan bread, the mini naan. I think my battery's about to go dead on my phone, on my camera. There it is, guys. Would you look at that? Guys, I'm talking with a mouthful, but it's good food. Make sure you try this recipe. Hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.